स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने, देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने। स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने, देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने। ला 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 ला। स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने, देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने। ये वादा कर लिया हमने, ये वादा कर लिया हमने।
What is a school? A school is the lighthouse of society. A school is not only for teaching mathematics, science. It is the lighthouse of society to provide meaningful education, spiritual direction, guidance and leadership to students, their parents, and the society in general. Who will give the guidance to the society? Who will give the guidance to the parents? If not the school, a school must be restored to its traditional role as a lighthouse of society. Teachers must be restored to their traditional role as the transmitters of morality, builders of character, and custodians of the culture. If the school is not revived, nothing will happen in this world. Everything will trample down. The children will be destroyed. And they will destroy their countries. They will destroy their traditions. They will destroy their culture. They will destroy everything because they are ignorant. This is what Jesus said. When the people were putting nails into his body, he was praying God and saying, God, oh God, pardon them. They are not sinners. They are not criminals. And they are ignorant. Their teachers, their parents have not guided them properly. They have never guided them into pathways of God. They have never told the teachings of God. They are not at fault. Dear friends, remember, children are never at fault. It is what we are teaching them. In our schools are doing it. Schools are teaching only mathematics, science, physics and chemistry and pedagogy, that's all. A school is to shape the life of a child. A school makes the life of a child useful for society. If they cannot make the useful life for a society, who will make them? The porters in the society, the traders, the industrialists, the politicians, the religious heads who are fighting among themselves out of ignorance in the name of religion. Who will guide them if not the school? A school must be restored to its traditional role as the lighthouse of society, and teachers must be restored to their traditional role as the transmitters of morality, builders of character, and custodians of culture. There is a satanic civilization spreading very fast. To establish a divine civilization on earth, let us explore the three unexplored fields of education, religion, and law and justice. Let us explore the field of education, the field of religion, and the field of law, order, and justice. First of all, I would like to take up the field of law, order, and justice, because it is a conference of the judiciary, judges' conference. To safeguard the future of world's over 2 billion children and the generations yet to be born, whose future has become progressively more insecure and unprotected during the past 7 decades, since the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the recent spread of international terrorism, global warming, environmental degradation, manufacture and stockpiling of deadliest weapons of mass destruction, a fear of a third world war and nuclear war. So let us therefore establish a legally constituted world parliament, a world government and a world court of justice. One economic global order like the European currency, and one world order, one economic order, global economic order, one world currency like euro currency, one weights and measures for the whole world, a one system of education. The tenets of education should be one for the whole world. A world language to be taught along with the mother tongue and the national tongue. We must teach our children our mother tongue. We must teach our children our national tongue. But we must teach our children. It is an urgency. We need to teach our children the global language. English has assumed the place of a global language. Initially, it was a foreign language. Then after the United Nations came into being, it became one of the 5 languages as a linked language. But this English has spread very fast all over the world. It has assumed the place of a world language. So it is very important we teach English to our every child on earth, whether he is German, French, Russian, Spanish, any child in the world. Every child should learn 3 languages. The mother tongue, whatever the mother knows, mother speaks, the child will automatically learn. The national tongue and the global tongue, world language, to be taught along with the mother tongue and the national tongue. Equality of men and women. We must teach our children. We are all equal in the sight of God. There is so much of treachery against women, so much of crime, so much of, so much of agony towards girls. And equality of men and women. Harmony of science and religion. If the religious principles are not based on science, it may be superstition. If the science is not guided by religious principles or religion, it will become destructive. We need both. We need the harmony of science and religion, and teach our children that source of all the religion is one God. Here, this is religion. This is our prayer. Every day you are hearing this prayer. I bear witness to my God. That thou hast created me to know thee and to worship thee. We all have been created by one God. Only for 2 things. Number 1, to know him. And number 2, to worship him. How do we know him? Only through his teachings. These are the teachings of God. He has sent all these teachings. God is only one. He has sent the teaching 5,000 years ago, Gita, and through Bhagavad Gita, it was revealed to Krishna. He has sent the main teaching was justice, social teaching. There are 2 kinds of teachings of God, which I noticed. One is ethical teachings or spiritual teachings, which are common in all the religions. Absolutely no difference. The teaching of love, truth, compassion, honesty, sincerity, purity of heart, purity of conscience. This is in all the religions. There are so many things. They are all the religions. They are common to all the religions. They have never changed. God has never changed them. Neither they will be changed. But the social teachings, as required from age to age, our God is kind enough to consider our needs. He is very kind to send his teachings whenever these teachings are required. 7,500 years ago. He put the word into the mind of Ram, Lord Ram, and that was the word of righteousness, Maryada. And he was called Maryada Purushottam Bhagavan Ram. And God asked him to spread the word of Maryada. People should be Maryada, limited, should be not cross their limits of propriety, should not cross their limits of righteousness. They should not become unrighteous. A king, Ramana, became unrighteous. And king at that time, or the emperor, was also the chief justice. There were no courts, no high court, no supreme court, no criminal courts. It was the kingdom of God. It was the king or the emperor. The people were coming to him and praying to the king, "O king, this man has done treachery to me." And the king used to call the another person, listen to both, and then he was giving the judgment. The king was himself the judge. He was the chief justice. He was the lawmaker, and he was the law justice giver. And if the king himself become unjust, he put a bad eye on the wife of Ram, evil eye. Then who will give justice? He is the king. Where Ram can go for justice? Then God guided him. No. He has become unrighteous. He has crossed the limits of propriety. Fight a battle, because there is no court where you can go. So God guided him to fight a battle. God has guided several times. God has guided Krishna 5,000 years ago. Because the king, Duryodhana, became unjust. And he was the king. He was the justice giver. And the king himself took away the portion of the kingdom from his brother Pandavas, and did not give the half of the kingdom. He had a bad eye on his wife, and he made a wax home and invited all the 5 brothers, come for a dinner. We have a house warming today. And they came, he closed the door and put the fire on fire. They would have burned had they not made the surang. They would have not come out. They would have been killed. If the king is doing so much of become unjust, then what will happen? His ministers will become unjust. They will do injustice. His officers will become unjust. They will do injustice. His sons and daughters will become unjust. And all the ruffians in the society will become unjust. What will happen? The whole society will become unjust. So God guided him to fight a battle. And there was a big battle in Mahabharata to establish the rule of justice. Nyayat apne bandh ko bhi dand dena dharma. For the sake of justice, even you have to punish your brother, your family members punish him, and God guided him, Krishna, to prepare Arjuna to fight a battle with his family members. And again, 1400 years ago, in Mecca, there were tribes, and they were barbarous, jungly tribes. They were looting the property, the things of the poor, those tribes. If they gave 10 rupees as loan, they will charge 10 rupees as interest. If the poor person cannot pay 20 rupees, they will charge 20 rupees as fine. If the poor person cannot pay 40 rupees, they will take away their cattle, their animals, their daughters, and they will do any treachery to them, misbehave with them. And God guided Muhammad to fight a battle. And God helped in all these cases.
यह थे सिटी मॉन्टेसोरी स्कूल के संस्थापक प्रबंधक एवं प्रख्यात शिक्षाविद डॉक्टर जगदीश गांधी, जिनका मानना है आज मानव जाति को जय जगत के नारे को बुलंद करने की आवश्यकता है तथा विश्व में वास्तविक शांति लाने के लिए बच्चे ही सबसे सशक्त माध्यम हैं। डॉक्टर गांधी द्वारा शिक्षाप्रद आध्यात्मिक बातें इन प्रतिष्ठित चैनलों द्वारा नित्य प्रसारित की जाती हैं तथा रोजाना उनके विचार CMS FM रेडियो 90.4 मेगाहर्ट्ज से भी प्रसारित किए जाते हैं। छात्रों, शिक्षकों व अभिभावकों के मार्गदर्शन हेतु डॉक्टर जगदीश गांधी द्वारा लिखित पुस्तकें साहित्य भारती इंटरनेशनल, न्यूमन ग्रुप, 4C, अंसारी रोड, दरियागंज, नई दिल्ली 110002 से प्राप्त की जा सकती हैं। heal the world with the power of Jai Jagat, City Montessori School since 1959 has been actively working to construct the defenses of peace in the minds of students, for which CMS in the year 2002 was awarded with the UNESCO Prize for Peace Education. A Guinness World Record holder for being the largest city school in terms of number of students enrolled. CMS education revolves around the twin poles of godliness and globalism through 4 pillars of education, namely universal values, excellence in all things, global understanding, and service to humanity. It is no wonder that City Montessori School's Gomti Nagar first campus has been awarded first prize for academic reputation at all India level by the Education World magazine in its India School Rankings of 2015. It is also awarded first prize for being the best co-ed school in Lucknow as well as in Uttar Pradesh. CMS founder Dr. Jagdish Gandhi has been motivating parents and generations of good and smart children through holding special prayer assemblies and divine education conferences.
Class 10, what brilliant quizzing, early morning brilliant quizzing Sunday morning. Question 4, teams. If 5% of 50%, if 5% of 50% of x is 75, what is x?
The answer is 3,000.
3,000 is plus 10 for team C. A stream of water fills. INM1 is on fire. Yes. That is the correct answer. They get a plus 10. 3.5 gallons is the right answer. On fire. Answered the question even before looking at the question. A club found that it could achieve a ratio of 2 men for each woman by inducting 24 men and expelling X women. How many women needed to be expelled from the club?
That's 12.
Thereafter, bingo mathematics quiz for senior students took place. So here we go.
If sin x plus cos x is equal to 7 by 6 and x is an acute, team 5, team E. CMS Kanpur, you've gone for it. What's your answer?
13 upon 36.
Is the correct answer. Plus 10 for team E. Plus 10 for team E. Plus 10, that's the right answer. 13 upon 36 or equivalent. A rectangle has sides of integer length and its perimeter is equal to numerically to its area. If the rectangle is not a square, what are its dimensions? Team 4, correct.
3 and 6.
Dr. Saul, will you take this? First you get, we will go for it. Team 2, minus 5 for team 4. Yes, team 2, what's your answer?
3 and 6.
3 and 6 is the right answer. Plus 5 for team B or team 2. Plus 5. The difference and quotient of two numbers are both 5. Find the sum of the numbers. Note that the quotient of two numbers, team 5, you've gone for it. Team 5. 13 is the incorrect answer. Team 4.
15 over 2.
Is the correct answer. Plus 5 for team D.
Friends, all eyes on the huge fair called Dexter's Mathatorium. Here are some of the original ingeniously fabricated designs for you. They say numbers or math and sound or music is what the universe is composed of. Enjoy the numeric jazz.
After fighting revolutions, who's the formula? And the root is who you find, and the root is who you find.
ट्रिग्नो हो या जियो हो,
कॉनिक हो या सर्कल हो,
या लीनियर के सम हो, या
लीनियर के सम हो,
सब कुछ हम सीखेंगे,
सबसे हम सीखेंगे,
मैथ्स हम पढ़ेंगे,
एक्सपर्ट हम बनेंगे।
प्लस माइनस डिवाइड हो,
प्लस माइनस डिवाइड हो,
फॉर्मूले हो या थ्योरम हो,
फॉर्मूला हो या थ्योरम हो,
सब कुछ हम सीखेंगे,
सबसे हम सीखेंगे,
मैथ्स हम पढ़ेंगे,
एक्सपर्ट हम बनेंगे।
To get trackers of math when you combine. Triangle, square, rectangle, calculate the sides and get
54 years ago, I started this school on 1st of July 1959. The kind of education that is being given to the children is only material. But I realize the man has three realities of life. Man is a material being, man is a human being, man is a divine being. He needs a balanced education of all the three realities of life. Therefore, I started this school with a mission to impart a balanced education to the children. Mahatma Gandhi said, I will not follow the beaten track. I follow this. I will create my own path. So I have created my own path to bring about a change through education. Change the mindset of the children.
शिक्षात्मक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम एवं चिंतन हेतु विश्व एकता सत्संग में आप सभी सपरिवार सादर आमंत्रित हैं।